So, you all know how I love being in the office, right? I haven't been here for ages, I don't know how long, and apparently that happened. Wife took over the office, and now I have this over here. If it would have been Gagarota, I would have let it fly, but it's not even that. Anyway, that? Don't worry, you'll know about it later.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. So, remember a while back you asked us to share with you the thought process and everything that leads us towards deciding if a house is flippable or not? So, we're going to touch it right now. Stay tuned. So, the process of a flip is extremely complicated. There's gazillion steps to it, right? Anything from figuring out the number and analyzing the numbers to negotiating with the contractors, finding the contractors, figuring out if the location is right or not. How long will that house be standing on the market after you're going to flip it, and how long is it going to take you to sell it? The area, what the comps, was it supported the price plus the renovation cost or not? The rehab cost, obviously. Design, right? You want to figure out since the first day, that before you even starting the demo, what is your vision for the property at the end, right? How is it going to look after everything will be done, right? With all the color schemes and the kitchen cabinets and the kitchen countertops and the shower and this and that. You want to make sure that everything is going to be fit together like a glove, and there's much more to it, right? So we're not going to cover all those. We're basically going to try to cover only the steps that leading us to decide if a property is flippable, and if we want to touch it, if we want to move forward with that process, or we're just going to pass on and going to say no, that's not for us, and moving forward. The thing that I'm looking at is things that can be changed and things that cannot be changed. We need to figure out if the house is 2 stories versus 1 story, right? That cannot be changed. Obviously, yes, I can build another story on the house, but is it really worth it, right? If there is a garage, if there is no garage, the location, the layout, the size of the lot. So the first thing I'm looking at a property before I'm deciding if it's flippable or not is basically the location, right?
Yes. Okay. Price is the first thing.
But we're not going to cover price in this video, so let's put that aside for a second. And yes, analyzing the numbers is very, very important. But as I said, we're not going to touch it. Let's leave it aside for a second. So for this purpose of this video, location is the first important thing. Why location? Very simple, right? We need to figure out, based on location, the price. How long is this property going to stay on the market? How fast is the turnover over there? Does the properties, selling pretty quick, or property might stay over there on the market for 2, 3, 4 months maybe, and then we need to carry it and just, pay those monthly payments for HOA, taxes, insurance, mortgage maybe if you bought it with a loan. So this is very important things. Another thing about location. So certain areas you might suffer squatters, right? During renovation, somebody might break in and steal all your copper, all the tools or whatever. That's another headache you want to make sure you try to avoid as much as you can. After renovation, somebody might break in and steal whatever, just trash it, and then you guys on the hook for that. So you want to make sure that location is very important. That's the first thing I'm looking at. Second thing, right? The structure, the potential of the house. As I said, if it's a 2-story or a 3-story or a single story, does the garage was converted or it still has a garage? Is it 2-car garage or 3-car garage? Is there a pool or no? Those things, yes, those are things that can be changed, but it's very pricey to change it. Does it worth getting into it? Third thing, obviously, the condition of the house. Now I'm looking at the pictures, I'm looking at the property itself, and I'm trying to figure out the price, right, of the rehab, right, the renovations, how much it's going to cost me. And for that, it's a whole different story. We're going to touch it later on. But basically, the most important thing, as I said, is changeable versus not changeable. Try to figure out. You can change it, great. You cannot change it, don't touch it, right? After I figure that out, I'm going back to my vision, right? How I'm seeing the house, how I want it to look like at the end of the process. And as soon as I walked out of my car, that's what I saw. Dead grass, single story, great. I don't care about the grass. I'll revive it. I'm going to put new grass. I'm going to put artificial turf. I'm going to do something with it. I don't care about it. I see the potential of it. And then I walked in. That's how it looks, right? So this is basically the front door and small ass living room with a very, very ugly flooring, two separate ones. And then walking in a little bit further in, and you see the kitchen, right? That's a different angle. Really small kitchen with different flooring from the living room that has no sense with that amazing purple wall, right? And this is where my vision kicks in. So I'm looking at it, I'm checking that wall, I'm making sure it's not load bearing and it's easily can be removed. And then I'm opening the kitchen into the living room, one big huge space. That's a whole different room. I mean, a whole different world, right? And kitchen cabinets, obviously no prep area, right? There's no island, nothing. There's that small counter over here, right? That you can kind of do something with it, but it's dated, it's old, it's ugly. But you have your vision, and that's what you got to work with your vision, right? And then you're moving on to the next bedroom, and you see that amazing turquoise, light blue kind of color, whatever wall. Okay, you can work with it. You can paint the wall. Nobody cares about it. Carpet with stains and God knows what, right? And that's easily be removed and changed to new flooring. No problem. Once again, stick to your vision. You see that beam over here? So that basically, that's an extension for the house. Whoever lived in that house before did a home addition. They pulled the permits. They went to the county. They hired general contractor, and they expanded the house. They made the house bigger. So I'm getting more square footage on somebody else's time. This is where the money is. And then I'm moving to the next wall, right? Next room. Same thing. That's a different beam. I mean, same beam, different room, and extra large bedrooms. Really, really big rooms because that's what we're looking for. Those things that we don't want to change and we cannot change because it's not financially making sense. Another room, that's actually was the garage that was converted to a room. Garage conversion, it's a hit or a miss, right? It depends on the comps, it depends on the size of the house. There's a lot of things to think about it, but everything was done with permits, everything done with general contractors. I don't need to deal with the headache of that. I'm good. So those are the things that I'm looking for when I'm talking to you about vision. So you see the vision, right? From the flooring, brand new flooring. You see open layout, open space. Everything is just one unit with that flow. You can see from the front door to the pool, to the backyard. You can see all the way. You can see the light fixtures. You can see the island that I built with kind of a waterfall that very, very nice, very attractive, very chicy and kind of trendy. And those are the things that will sell. Once again, it's not cheap, but at the end of the day, you're going to be able to leverage your money and get much more at the selling point. And this is what I try to show you. This is what I'm trying to say. The design, the vision, the exit point, right? At the end of the day, when you're uploading the house to the market and trying to sell it, you want to make sure that it's going to look wow. That whoever is going to see that first picture of that house is going to jump on it and will grab it with both hands and won't let go. He will be willing to pay whatever you are asking and above asking price and above appraisal and anything and everything just to get that house because of the design, because of the staging, because of the renovation, because of everything. So it's a lot of small moving pieces that coming in together for you making that big check at the end of the day of flipping a house and making money. After making a few very successful flip, if I might say, and I will say, I can tell you that there is a very big warning I want to give you all. You know all those people out there like,
let me teach you how to do a flip with only one lesson, with no down.
Take that at a very, 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 I wouldn't say grain of salt, I will say a bag of salt, okay? There is so many things to cover in a flip. There is so much thing to go over and to learn that it's just, watch out, okay? Flips can be very easy and very fun, but at the end of the day, everything can if you know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, then it's a very slippery slope that can lead you into a lot of headache and a lot of potential loss of money. So I wouldn't recommend you start at flip over here of a $600,000-$700,000 house hoping to sell it for $950,000 or 1.1 and eventually lose all your money in it. So take it into consideration and don't believe to everything you hear and see. That's pretty much it. Those are the things that leading us to decide if a property is flippable or not, right? To figure out the basic things that cannot be changed and can be changed, and then our vision. Those are the things to sum everything up. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and then notification. It's gonna help us a lot to learn what you want to hear, what you don't like to hear, and if there's something else that you want us to talk about, please don't forget to just comment below, and we'll be more than happy to cover the next topics. Till the next time, love you, stay safe, stay at home.
Over your face! Yare yare does it. Throw an elbow.